about the process of creating a new Gatsby plugin. So saw this new CSS and JS library, vanilla extract, zero runtime style sheet TypeScript. Basically it's a kind of successor or JS version of CSS module, which looks cool. And it's kind of a perfect little thing to wrap up into a Gatsby plugin, as several install steps. We can wrap it up in one plugin that you install and add your Gatsby config, and off it goes. Yeah, and it's kind of a good demo of how to create a Gatsby plugin. So there's a few steps creating a Gatsby plugin. If you look at the docs, there's, let's see, plugins and themes. There's a good overview for creating a plugin. Basically, Gatsby plugins are NPM packages. So we'll show creating that, and then we'll post to GitHub, post it to NPM. And Gatsby plugins can do a number of different things. Anything basically in the Gatsby Node APIs you can use to create a plugin. So in this case, this plugin will set up the Babel plugin and set up the Webpack plugin. Okay, so let's dive in. What I like to do when creating a plugin is first test it just in the site, because you can use all the same Gatsby node or other APIs. Pull over a terminal window. You can use all the same Gatsby node APIs locally, and so you can get it working, get it tested, and then extract it out into its own package that you publish. So we'll set up a new temporary Gatsby site, npm init Gatsby. We'll do vanilla extract plugin. Well, just gonna skip through the defaults, and then we'll start running that. Well, that's installing. Kind of look at some other. There's a lot of plugins that do similar type stuff to this. So if we look at the Emotion plugin, for example, in its Gatsby node, it adds the Babel preset from Emotion. Then if we look at plugin TypeScript, for example, it does the same thing. It adds some presets and plugins, as well as modifying the Webpack config. And so we'll do the same thing here. So if we go back here, go to that. So here we just have a very simple Gatsby site. And so we'll just we'll create a local Gatsby Node.js. And actually first we'll run this. Okay, so we need to add the Babel plugin. So there's this actions docs here. So it has some sample code that we can borrow for adding the Webpack plugin. Actually, wait, let's just go. I like working from examples. So we can just copy paste this whole bit. And just use this instead of the Emotion. We don't need any options, we'll just delete that. Okay, and then also we'll just, and then we'll do the same thing for Webpack. It doesn't have sample there, unfortunately. but I believe plugin Lodash. Yeah. This has what we need. Don't need that. We don't need the stage. No, we just need right here. When we add a plugin. I'll go back to the docs here. So you import the plugin. And then do that. Okay. Yeah, so let's run Gatsby develop and see how it works. Okay, no show-stopping errors. Oh, nope, we did have a show-stopping error. Unknown option dot pre. That's strange. Let me try. Not entirely sure what this error is, so we'll try turning off dev.ssr temporarily. Let's see if we can work around that. No. Oh, that's what it is. I did. Okay. I had a presented plugin. Did that. Okay. Okay. Looks like we're getting further now. So then we can open this up. Okay, we have sort of the default thing there. And then let's see if vanilla extract works. So they have sort of the very simplest example there. So if we do source pages test dot, you need to name it like css.ts. Run that. And try importing it. Import star as test from console.log. See if that works. Looks like it's working. Cool. So let's do the traditional test CSS, where I turn the background red. And so then if we just put this in the main, so we do class name equals test.class name, save that, voila, it's red. Okay, cool. So looks like we're in business. So the next step now is to extract this this code here into its own plugin. So we'll do that by going to GitHub and creating a new repo. Gatsby plugin vanilla extract. Gatsby plugin which wraps vanilla extract. Extract package. Just initialize it some basic stuff. license. Let's do IT. Okay, we'll create the repo. And then clone it. Okay. Okay, now that we have the repo, we're going to do run npm init. Our previous description. If you use Gatsby plugin, then that's how the Gatsby plugin library knows to pull in the npm package. So it'll show up here as soon as we publish it in npm. Myself. Oops. Okay. Now to pull, like I said earlier, like when you're creating a new plugin, it's nice just to create it in a site and then extract it out, because plugins work the same as sites, basically. They're sort of like mini encapsulated sites. So we just copy over the Gatsby node that we created here, then it'll just work. So we also need to add a dummy index.js file. Oops. Okay. And yeah, let's commit this and publish it. And publish should be 1.0, 1.0.0, and then off it goes. So let's go back to our site, and we'll remove Gatsby node, and then instead we'll add Gatsby plugin extract. And then we'll add it to our Gatsby config. Okay, that should just work. Okay, so if we go back here, okay, still working. But as I was doing this, I did realize there's something that we forgot, which was to also extract out the dependencies, because the dependencies for vanilla extract should be part of the plugin, not part of the site. So I'll add them here, and publish those. Add dependencies. Push that. Maybe version patch. Publish. Okay, and then over here we'll remove those dependencies from the site and then upgrade the package, and it should still keep working. So and remove. No. Okay, gotta get the right one. Okay, now remove those. And we'll add the latest to get the 1.01. Okay. Yeah, so then if you look at this, we've added the plugin to our Gatsby config. We've added the package. and that's the only thing that's in our site. So I'm going to develop again, and it should still be working as before. Okay, refresh. Yep. And if we do source pages test, change it back to red. Okay, we're in business. So there we go. We've now created the plugin, tested it on the local site, extracted it out. Should show up here. I'm not entirely sure, but it'll show up the next half hour or so. Yeah, so now we have a working plugin. And last step is let's also just PR it real quick to here so that other people looking at this know that they can use the Gatsby plugin. So just edit this README. Actually, wait, a few more niceties for open source. Let's update the README here for install instructions. So setup, yarn, add Gatsby plugin extract, add to your site's Gatsby.js. So JS equals plugins. Okay. Actually, we should also just link to the original package. Okay, cool. So again, it's a very simple plugin, so not a lot we need to do. Document to set a plugin. Cool. So this is here now. It should be on. There we go. So the README will be updated in a bit. Let's see if it showed up here yet. Yeah, not quite. So npm updates, and then there's an Algolia dump of all the npm packages, which then we use to drive that search. But all in good time. Cool. So now let's just edit this real quick. Go to setup. To add still to add to your Gatsby site. Install to your Gatsby site. Use the Gatsby extract plugin. Something simple like that should be good. Just sort of a little pointer over to the other doc of the project. So update README to mention Gatsby plugin. Okay. Create project. And create pull request. And that's it. Yeah, hope you enjoyed the screencast. Thanks for watching.